When I need to impress someone with a gift, I go straight to 1-800-Flowers. There's a reason they've spent 50 years as the floral authority. Every stem is hand-selected by a vetted florist, and with same-day delivery nationwide, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. That's why millions go to 1-800-Flowers to celebrate life's most important moments. Order now for up to 40% off. Don't miss out on this limited-time offer. Act now and save up to 40% at 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.
Meet Christine. She loves shopping. And this is the sound of fashion overload. Too many fabulous things, not enough space. So Christine started selling with The RealReal.
I've always loved collecting designer pieces. Gucci bags, Prada heels. But my style keeps evolving. Selling with The RealReal? Game changer. I earn more, and they do everything.
Seriously, just drop off your items or schedule a pickup. We handle the photos, descriptions, pricing, even shipping. You just sit back and watch your items sell fast to our 38 million members.
And I get peace of mind knowing I earn more selling with The RealReal than anywhere else.
Exactly. That's the sound of your closet working for you. The RealReal. Earn more, save time, sell fast. And right now, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Go to therealreal.com to get your extra $100. Therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com.
Tina! Bring me the axe!
You're listening to Bring Me the Axe. I'm Brian White. I'm one half of this Morbid Equation, and I'm joined by my co-host and brother, Dave White. Hey, Dave, how you doing over there?
Thank you for asking. I'm okay. Hey, you know what I've noticed? You know when like you're on the socials media, and you look at a bunch of things, and then the next thing you know, the algorithm has just stuffed your whole feed full of that particular thing.
Yes.
I looked at a bunch of 90s hardcore flyers. And now my entire Instagram feed is 90s punk and hardcore flyers. Specifically, like mostly New England, some New York. And man, it is a throwback central for me.
It's taking you back.
Oh yeah, just so many shows at the Rat, shows at the Middle East, shows at a few from the Elvis Room, which is those are the most sentimental.
Yeah. That's a deep cut, though. I'm surprised that they got them up there. Because the Elvis Room, you had to go to Portsmouth, New Hampshire to go to a show at the Elvis Room. And it was still a tiny little room.
Yeah. It's literally, it's in the name. So, but then, like, there's also, like, more recent ones, like, that are, like, last year, and it's the same bands.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, I would imagine that those shows are all the same people that went to them when we were there, except everybody's like 50 pounds heavier.
Yeah, 100%. And everyone's standing in the back of the room.
No pit.
Nope.
No pit. Nope. No, definitely no stage diving.
Nope.
That's
it's fun to look back at the things though. Look back at the flyers though, because it was like, hey, I went to most of those shows. That's fun. I used to go places. Did stuff.
Man, I like
saw
those.
stuff.
I loved that.
Well, it was back when you could do shit like that. You go, you show up, Bridget still goes to punk shows occasionally, or like, and then she brings the kids sometimes. And she'll be like, I paid like $50 for this. And it's like, I remember we never paid more than like $10 to see anything. Get in there, pay your $10. That's all it takes. Now it's
remember we went to that one show in Providence at Lupo's, or one of the places adjacent to Lupo's. And it was like all day, 17 bands, $20.
Was that, well, that was the hardcore Super Bowl, wasn't it?
The Super Bowl of hardcore.
Yeah, that was Agnostic Front. That was like right when they got back together.
Yep.
94,
Sick of it all. Madball.
Yep.
Yep. And we ran into those two guys on acid outside.
Mm-hmm. One of them was throwing bread at people across the street.
Yep.
Yeah,
he asked me, hey, who you want to see? And I listed a bunch of bands off, and I said Madball, and he's like, yeah, Meatball with the, and he said saxophone.
Saxophones, yeah.
But with his hands, he gestured guitar.
Well, hey, you know, it was the 90s.
Anything goes. Yeah, those were fun, though.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, thinking of going back, we practically grew up in neighborhood video stores, and the steady diet of utter garbage that those shops provided us with continues unabated to this day. And there's no one else I enjoy chopping it up with more about trashy movies than Dave. Just before we get into it, here's a little housekeeping. If you want to keep up with us between episodes, you can also find us on Instagram at Bring Me the Axe Pod. Dave's over there at That Queer Wolf.
Yeah, it's all 90s hardcore these days.
It's all 90s hardcore, and that's how you kind of keep up with what's going on, because, man, we got so much going on these days.
It's true. Got a lot of stuff. Got a bunch of shows.
Yep. A whole bunch of shows, and if you want to just make sure you don't miss anything, that's where it all gets updated.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And if you don't know, we got another show called 99 Cent Rental, where we cover all manner of video store madness on the weeks of Bring Me the Axes Off. Our latest episode covering They Live with our friend John Lee Brody is out now, and we'll be back next week with a look at the Godfrey Ho shit show, Ninja Terminator.
Oh, man. Can't wait for that.
Cannot wait. He talks to his enemy ninjas on a Garfield phone.
Well, you got to be yourself these days, you know?
That Ninja Terminator, he hates Mondays, loves lasagna.
Yep. Gonna shoot the whole day down. just like Garfield. When he shot all those kids in the playground across the street.
Oh boy. And hey, don't sleep on Laughing in the Dark. That's the new episode is out now. We're looking at the episode The Tale of the Pinball Wizard. Boy, we can barely focus on it.
I did my best, okay? I did my best to weave a tale.
It's a really funny episode. We are doing everything we can not to address the episode.
It's the season finale.
It's the season finale, yep. You can also contact us directly at bringmetheaxepod@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or suggestions. Do let us know if there's a movie that you love, would like to hear us give it the business. And if you would like to support us on Patreon, you can look us up over there at patreon.com/bringmetheaxepod. There's a couple of tiers you can join there. All paying members get ad-free episodes. Subscribers at the $5 a month tier can look forward to our bi-weekly X-Files rewatch pod, Do You Think I'm Spooky? Ooh. Yeah, the latest episode is a look at the Season 2 episode, Die Hand die Verletzt. And then there's also our monthly Bring Me the Axe Millennium Edition, which is a bonus episode in which we explore a modern horror movie. The current episode is a look at The Others.
So much promise.
Drops on the same day as this one. It's atmospheric. It's spooky. Doesn't quite land. Is not quite the movie that I remember it being.
A lot of promise, less delivery than is promised.
All Patreon subscribers, even the free tier, get access to our Discord server. Paying members get access to additional channels, voice and video chat, and the watch parties option. Watch a movie with us on a Friday night.
Okay.
Pop in there. Just drop in. Watch the movie. We yuck it up. We chat as the movie's playing. We did not watch this one.
Well.
No, this is a surprise. It's a bonus episode.
A bonus-ode, if you will.
Once again, that's patreon.com/bringmetheaxepod. And lastly, if you like what you hear, you can subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We're also on YouTube. Search us by name and subscribe if you prefer to consume your podcast that way. And you'll be doing us a favor by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So get to it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Compliment our wit.
Please. 5 stars. Give me your money.
You don't even have to give money. It costs you nothing. 5 stars costs you nothing. It's free.
That's true.
It's free, and it makes us feel good. And if you listen on YouTube, do us a favor and give the episode a like and leave a comment. We love hearing from you guys.
Yes. If you don't know what to say, let me know what your favorite Golden Harvest films are. I've been on a real Golden Harvest kick lately.
They're good.
Yeah.
That was where it's in the name. That's where all the Hong Kong action gold was always at. When you saw that Golden Harvest logo, you knew you were getting quality.
I've been between Shaw Brothers and Golden Harvest. I've been doing a lot of Hong Kong films.
Yeah. We just want to get that all out of the way right at the top of the show so we can run the trailer for this here April Fool's movie.
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride.
Shh! I'm singing Christmas songs in the hallway. Okay?
Why are you such a bah humbug about Christmas, Mr. Tanner?
It's complicated.
Come on, man. Look at you. Just standing here all by yourself during the holidays. No offense, but it's a little depressing.
You know I don't do Christmas.
Fourth grade reporting for eye exams.
Welcome, students. Hi, Mr. Tedder. I'm Bailey's mom, Michelle Stevens. I wanted to see if you want to get an exam real quick before you go back to class.
My vision's fine.
You're single again. How does it feel? I would really like to just meet someone in person, naturally. Mr. Tanner, hi.
How can I help?
What if we added yellow and blue? Can we hand us one of each?
Coming right up.
Thank you. I was just reading about this clinical trial for patients who are colorblind.
I've tried everything there is.
I've come to accept that my life will always be in black and white. And I've figured out how to be okay with that.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Do you think you can help him, Mom?
I submitted an application.
Without my consent.
I don't mean to pressure you into doing anything you don't want to do.
Could have fooled me.
What's this?
Those are the color correction lenses I told you about.
Are they for Mr. Tanner?
I wasn't able to convince him to try them.
Dear Mr. Tanner, these glasses aren't magic, they're science. You taught me that science should give us hope.
Bailey Stevens, what did you do?
Sorry, Mom. I guess I'm as pushy as you were.
My goodness, Michelle.
Must feel like a whole new world.
It is.
What do you want to see next?
Wow, this is incredible.
I have a question. What does mistletoe have to do with Christmas?
You've never heard of the tradition of hanging mistletoe? You're even more of a Scrooge than I thought you were. Who brought this?
I did. It's like you're living my whole life in the shadows, and suddenly someone came along. It's like dawn of light.
Oh, yeah. We fucking fooled you.
Zing. You got zinged.
You got pranked, you fucking idiots. You thought we were doing April Fool's Day.
You rubes.
The old switcheroo fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah. That is the oldest trick in the book. You think you're going to watch one movie, but it's a different movie.
That's good. Turns out the joke's on me. Because what the fuck, Dave?
Well, first of all, this was Larry Clow's idea, so...
This was Larry Clow's idea. Oh, man. This movie is called The Most Colorful Time of the Year.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't pick it up from the tone of the trailer, it's a fucking Hallmark Christmas movie.
Now, look, everybody, if you listen to this show enough, you know that I am a diehard fan of Hallmark films. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that love of Hallmark films, that is genuine. I genuinely love those movies. This movie, on the other hand, can get fucked.
This movie is weird, because I was going to ask you, you're going to be my Sherpa for this, because I know I understand that it is just a fucking media machine that cranks shit out more with as much intensity as like Tyler Perry. I know absolutely nothing about these. And also, we got to front load this a little bit because there is just nothing to talk about.
Oh, I got zingers upon zingers.
Oh, boy, do I.
Listen, I got every single one of my notes is shot through with outrage, and they all end with an exclamation point.
The thing that I'm most fascinated by is your appreciation for these movies, because I don't understand that.
Well, not for this one. I chose this one in particular because when I tried to watch this the first time, I was so outraged that I yelled at the TV the whole time and only made it about, I'm going to say 45 minutes in before I turned it off because I couldn't watch it anymore. I still yelled at the screen the whole time. This time, I did make it to the end, though.
This movie took me... This movie is 84 minutes long. It took me fucking forever to watch it because I had to, as I'm writing the outline, I have to keep stopping to sort of like articulate my feelings on what's going on because this movie is so strange.
So here's the thing. I think there are a couple reasons why people enjoy these. Some people enjoy them... quote unquote ironically, which just stop it. Grow up.
The impression that I get from them in some ways is sort of like in the same way that there's stuff that Netflix produces explicitly for people who just need to have something on in the background.
Mm-hmm. That's not this.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, maybe for some people it is, but these are the filmic equivalent of a romance novel. It's just a rom-com. They're very basic rom-coms. They are extremely formulaic. So going in pretty much exactly what you're going to get. Beat for beat, you can follow the whole movie. So you're never in any danger of no animals are getting killed, no children are dying of cancer. Like there's no, the harshest thing you'll find is someone's spouse or parent has died of cancer, or maybe in a car accident, more likely cancer.
This one's got a little of that in it.
Yeah, you have to get rid of the spouse in some way, and it can't be divorce because that's too immoral. Oh. and also them keeping them around complicates the story.
Okay, that moral thing. I again, knowing nothing about it, there is a weird. This movie reminds me of some of the stuff this is very Faith Films adjacent.
Yes, here's why. So Hallmark films used to be very not Christian, not explicitly Christian, but they were Christian adjacent in that was kind of who their audience was. Their audience was people who were looking for a gentle film that they could watch with the family or with the kids or whatever. Now, but I'm going to say around 2018, 2019, they realized that their audience was not so much Christian anymore, but people who just either, wanted a romantic film that they didn't have to think too much about or whatever, or found something in this, but they were much more diverse than they had previously imagined. This actually caused a bit of a kerfuffle for them because they had, what's her name? Candace Cameron. She was in a bunch of their movies.
Oh, that's right.
And she was like, hey, you can't, because eventually they start putting gay characters in their movies. And she was like, you can't do that. And they were like, hey, Candace Cameron, you can go fuck yourself. Your contract with us is done. You can go do whatever the fuck you want. We don't really care. They're more valuable than you are.
So yeah, their gay money is green.
Yeah. And so they eventually move away from that. They start to diversify their cast racially, ethnically, around Christmas, because Christmas is sort of their big season.
Yeah.
You start to see a lot more Hanukkah movies. There's a couple Kwanzaa movies, not so many, but they start to diversify that. Eventually, you get lead gay characters. Really, only one or two. Jonathan Bennett, who was in Mean Girls, is what most people would know him from. Yeah. He is now huge with Hallmark because he wants to play gay characters because he is gay. And so they start to do that. So they move away from those the Christianness. And so they start to feel a little less Christian, but they don't break their formula because their formula is what works. And you start to see other people start to replicate that. So on Hulu or Netflix, they're starting to make these kind of romantic Christmas movies where it's wacky and a girl goes back to her hometown for Christmas and there's a misunderstanding, but in the end she falls back in love with the guy from high school. It's shit like that. It's very simple. It's usually very sweet. You have to think very little. You can do other shit while you're watching it. You can play on your phone or scroll shit on your phone. That's why people like these. They are good-hearted, good-natured stories where everything kind of works out in the end. And since life increasingly so does not work out very well in the end, I think people like to see shit like this. I, for example, spend my whole day writing about really, really awful things that happen to people. And a lot of the time, I need a break from really terrible things that happen to people, so I turn to great things that happen to people.
That makes a tremendous amount of sense.
So I think that's why.
I could not see myself ever doing this again.
Yeah, well, you never know.
But
you haven't seen the Halloween ones. There's Halloween ones too.
You could talk me into a Halloween one.
I almost chose a Halloween one, but I remembered this one drove me completely insane. So I was like, nope, that's the one.
Okay, because I was going to ask you how symptomatic of the Hallmark formula is this movie? Because if it is, and they're all like this.
No, they are not all like this. This one is surprisingly aggressive in how women are terrible. I would say this movie is written by two men, and it's directed by a man. And I can only assume that they all hate women. Because the woman in this movie is extremely, like, aggressively pushy. She is disrespectful of, like, everybody around her, particularly the man in question. She is, like, she just has no regard for anyone's privacy or anyone else's wishes. Like, there's a lot of, like, what I would call gentle meddling when it comes to romance in these movies. It's like, you know, you got to orchestrate it. You got to make things happen. And it's like, in this case, she's just an awful harpy the whole fucking time.
Oh, well, I suppose we should kind of get to it.
Well, I mean, unless you want to hear some reviews.
Let's do the usual preamble. I was not anticipating reviews.
Oh, well, yeah, I got some.
Okay. So the year was 2022.
Never heard of it.
Year of our Lord. So here were some other Hallmark movies released that year. What do you got? A Second Chance at Love.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
Yep.
A Tale of Love. Tale, Tail.
That's a dog movie. Yep.
It's a dog movie.
That's a good one.
And then we've got Love Classified.
That one doesn't sound familiar.
And then we've got The Presence of Love.
There's a lot of love. Love is in the air.
And then lastly, A Splash of Love.
I'm sensing a theme.
That was, see, I pulled up to this one and I was like, I wonder if I could do my usual thing of like, I wonder if there were enough Hallmark movies made in 2022 that I could fill out
You
5.
You fool.
What an idiot I was. Because listener, they produced 51 goddamn movies for the Hallmark Channel that year.
Now, what you have to understand about Hallmark is there are tiers of Hallmark movies. So you also get themes, like they'll have like travel will be a theme for like 2 months or whatever. Because there is a Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
And that is what these movies are produced for. And so there'll be like a theme where like, you know, a woman goes to Ireland for like 3 episodes or three different movies. There's like, that's a
there
Ireland
was
is the
one
plot.
that I noticed on the list from 2022 that was called The Veil.
That is a series.
And it's like
movies.
a series, and there were 3 of them in 2022 alone.
Yeah, they came out back to back. They have all my ladies are in those. you get your Lacey Chabert, your what's her name? Stephanie? No, Sweeney. What's that? Who's the blonde one from Days of Our Lives? Sweeney. Hannah Swenson. No,
it's not. It's definitely not Sydney Sweeney, Michael.
Allison Sweeney.
Okay.
Allison Sweeney is the other one, and I can't remember who the third one is. She's not really one of my ladies, but there's then they do 3 more of those a couple years later. But they come in, so there's like big themes that they'll do. Like Christmas is obviously one. They're usually around the holiday, like whatever holiday there is. But there will be like a bunch of things that are about dogs falling in love in scenarios that involve dogs.
We met at the veterinarian. We met at the dog park.
Yeah, and then usually there's like but this clinic or this dog shelter is going to be closed down. We have to rally to save the thing. It's always this type of movie.
He's just a small town veterinarian, and she's a busy city ad executive.
He doesn't have time for love. He's too committed to the shelter. It's these types of things. Now, you're going to get different tiers, though, because some of them are a little bit low budge. Those aren't my thing. I go mid-tier. I go high tier. This is a mid-tier one. You get some mid-tier stars here.
Okay.
Even though the female lead in this has been in a bunch of shit. She was on 30 Rock for quite a while.
Yeah. So, and that's the other thing is we talk about the cast and crew. Like, the people who work on these movies, like from production to cast, only work on these movies.
Yeah.
And then maybe some soap opera stuff.
I imagine it's like soap operas where like you become known for turning this shit around because they probably make these movies in 20 days?
I would imagine that this movie was made in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to say start to finish, maybe a month.
Yeah.
And so you probably become known for doing that in production companies too. Like that's probably just what you make. And it's not, that's respectable. It's like soap operas, it's just a particular genre you work in. It's probably not where most people want to be working a lot of the time, but it's consistent. It's a job.
It's a steady job, it seems.
And the fandom is like when most of our shit is horror and sometimes sci-fi and action, but like horror fandom is a is a massive and rabid fandom. Just below that is probably romantic comedies. There are rom-com festivals and conventions. There are cruises. There are specifically Hallmark festivals and conventions and cruises where they have the stars. So there is a rabid fan base for this. So it's sort of like that, where you probably get in there and you're like, hey, it could be a lot fucking worse.
Yeah.
You know, are you making Hollywood blockbusters? No, but you're making a living and people really like what you do.
Yeah. I would
what else could you want?
I'd imagine that, like, after do they do advertisements on Hallmark Channel? Okay, so I would imagine that after they've sold ads, like these like not one of these movies has ever lost money.
Yeah. Well, they run, so if you get the Hallmark Channel, there are no ads on that because it's a cable channel, like you pay for it. But if you don't want to pay for it, you can get them on, I think, Peacock.
All right.
So you would get ads that way. So yeah, they're making their fucking money back for sure.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I'm sure there's like product placement, and all of them are Canadian.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So our director for this one is a guy named Max McGuire. He's a career director of TV movies for Hallmark and Lifetime. And apart from an endless stream of Christmas movies, he also directed thrillers with titles like My Mother's Killer's Boyfriend.
Yep, that's a Lifetime movie.
Yep. And Was I Really Kidnapped?
That's also a Lifetime movie.
That one's got Michelle Milet from Letterkenny.
Yep.
He's also done one called Beware of the Midwife.
Yeah, he's also done one called Christmas at Maple Creek, and it's pretty good.
And lastly, Stalked by a Prince.
Oh.
In 2022 alone, he directed...
Listen, lady, you could do worse.
In 2022 alone, he directed 7 movies.
God damn.
I know. Roger Corman, eat your heart out. Our cast includes Katrina Bowden from 30 Rock. She was Siri.
And she was the dumb one, right?
She was the receptionist, basically,
Yeah.
who they were always like, you have to put clothes on, and the writer's room was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
That was
gross.
basically the joke.
Gross.
And she's also in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
Yeah. She's also in A Christmas in New Hope. She's not really a Hallmark lady. She's sort of
No, I noticed she's got only a couple of titles, but I would imagine like this is probably like a new opportunity for her. She also did 222 episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful, which is like, I don't know, a couple of months worth of episodes.
Yep.
And
2 weeks.
Yeah, and then a handful of these. And also movies with titles like I Killed My BFF.
Ooh, that sounds like a Lifetime movie as well.
And Framed by My Fiance.
That's definitely a Lifetime movie.
I would imagine that the same production companies making Lifetime movies are making these.
No, they're very separate. They make just those.
Oh shit. Okay, because the crossover in like casting, because like I looked.
Well,
up,
so you will actually get. So there is some crossover, but not those kinds of movies. Those are made by like a specific company.
Okay,
but there is some crossover on the romantic ones.
Because like I would look it up and I'd be like, this guy has made like 100 movies for Hallmark and like 50 movies that I can only speculate, but they have titles and premises like Lifetime movies.
Yeah. The Lifetime thrillers are a very similar type of audience where like you know exactly what you're getting when you go into it, and those plots are fucking insane.
The titles,
like the most absurd stuff you've ever heard.
The titles are amazing.
Yeah. There was a Naomi Ekperigin and God, what the hell was her name? I can't remember her co-host's name, but like they had it was called I Love a Lifetime movie, and it was a very, very funny podcast.
That's awesome. So we've also got Christopher Russell, who looks like he could be a stunt double on a Marvel movie or one of the Drag Race pit crew.
He is we'll call him a mid-tier Hallmark star.
Get out of here. This dude this guy is professionally handsome.
Yeah, I mean, he's sort of like top of the mid-tier, though. Like real borderline stuff.
Yeah. His career in the last few years has been a steady stream of Hallmark fare, as well as what happens to be a Lifetime in Ladies' Peril fare with movies like Seduced by His Lies and Searching for a Serial Killer, the Regina Smith story.
But also A Doggone Christmas. That's a good one.
So that's one of the dog ones.
Yep. He was also in Christmas at Maple Creek. He's good. He's good. I mean, he's no Paul Campbell. I mean, come on. He's no Andrew Walker. Jesus.
He's easy on the eyes. The hair is nice and wavy.
Yeah, Where Your Heart Belongs, A Dash of Christmas. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I was going to add a third, but like this movie is really about those two people. And there's a couple of people who just kind of orbit them for the rest of the movie.
Sometimes they shoehorn children into them, which I hate those. And this is one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she's a little too fucking cutesy for her own good.
She is precocious.
Mm-hmm. Too precocious.
She enables her mother, and that is bad.
Yeah, and she has learned all of the worst behaviors of her mother.
Oh, shit. So I was surprised, but apparently there's reviews.
Yeah, well, here's a Decider post that is a review, and it goes like this. After a season of genre-defying movies and movies with big laughs, this is a Hallmark movie that feels way more like the Hallmark of years past, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And, well, they can't all be winners. Compared to all of the ambitious, weird, and classy holiday movies we've gotten from Hallmark this year, it doesn't really compare. And that has nothing to do with the performances. It has everything to do with the fact that this story is, to be honest, absolute madness. Here's one from The Ringer, of all places. Dr. Michelle Stevens is an optometrist, and a terrible one at that. In addition to multiple ethical violations throughout the movie, we never once see this alleged doctor use an intake form, glance at an insurance card, or even wash her hands. Never has a plot been more clearly created to accommodate a Christmas pun that someone thought of while on an ayahuasca retreat. There is no reason this plot should exist, but thank goodness it does.
Oh, shit.
And finally, the most important opinion of all, the IMDb.
Oh, no.
This movie is insulting to colorblind people, science, teachers, doctors, and single mothers. How did Hallmark greenlight this movie? It is a poorly written, unrealistic, and unethical movie with a huge stalking component to it. If the main characters had reversed their roles, there might have been an outcry for showing the male lead stalking the female lead. I'm not sure why, but it seems acceptable if a woman acts like a desperate fool stalking an attractive and clueless man. Insulting. I don't know what they're talking about.
When I looked it over at Letterboxd, there were a couple of reviews that are like, this movie is weirdly ableist in a way that I can't put a finger on.
It is, madness is the right way to describe this, because most of my notes are, oh my fucking God.
Oh, shit. Well, I suppose we're about to find out why that is, but we're going to dive into this movie in just a couple of minutes, right after these messages. All right. So you ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. We open on a dude, Ryan, getting ready to leave his pad in the morning.
It's beautiful, sunny Vancouver.
I do believe I have a note about Vancouver down the way. His place is littered with books. Is he a dork? Probably.
But his world is so monochromatic and sad.
It's bleak. Before he leaves, he takes a handful of Christmas cards, looks at them like, fuck this nonsense, and tosses them in the garbage.
Yep, just throw those happy sentiments right in the trash. You can't see the colors on the card? The well wishes don't matter.
Does he not like Christmas? The most colorful time of the year?
Yeah, how dare you even imply season's greetings?
So, we cut to an elementary school where Dr. Michelle Stevens is dropping off her daughter, and then she pops into the school with a bunch of people in white lab coats.
The school has like a front desk, like a hotel.
I noticed that.
Like not like a front office, like a front desk.
Yeah. It's a small little provincial school.
That's true, yeah.
So they're going to be giving eye exams to the kids, maybe? I suppose we'll find out. Yeah.
That seems weird, but sure.
She's apparently the town optometrist and knows everybody's prescription.
Quite the racket, if you ask me.
It's the only game in town. It's a monopoly. Got this city on lock. Yeah. In one of the classrooms, we find Ryan doing some kind of magic trick with a pin and a balloon with Bailey, Michelle's daughter.
Yeah. He's a witch.
He's clever, he's charismatic, he loves science.
I wish I had a hot second grade teacher. I didn't, but I wish I did.
The kids Yeah. Oh, and then he gets an announcement overhead that they're ready for his students in the gymnasium where they're going to be.
Is this a thing that they actually do in schools? Because I feel like this is weird.
Okay, I remember when we were kids, they would do that. They would do hearing tests. They would do eye tests. And I remember one year I got a full fucking physical in the fucking.
Yeah, they used to do that as well.
Yeah.
But it seems like a strange thing to do now.
But now they definitely, I cannot tell you the last time that they did that for my kids. They definitely did not.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I don't think I like the thought of that.
Yeah. So yeah, the kids sing Christmas songs on the way.
Yeah, and he says, no singing Christmas songs in the hallway. There might be tricksy Jews about.
Why are you such a humbug, Mr. Tanner?
Hey, you know what? It's complicated, little girl, and it's none of your fucking business. Yeah. How about that?
How about you fucking butt out?
Jesus.
I don't know, just let a man enjoy his non-denominational non-holiday.
That's right.
You know,
maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe he's like, well, because, stupid little girl, there's other people who aren't Christian in this school, so maybe we be respectful of them.
Yeah.
It's not always about you and your stupid capitalist holiday.
Yeah, how about
Shut
this?
up and take your free eye exam.
Hey, Bailey, how about this? Shut the fuck up. You know,
seriously.
Like everybody's on my ass about Christmas. It just makes me hate it more.
I get it.
Yeah. When he arrives, Michelle welcomes them in, and the lab coat people are just so happy to examine their eyes. Speaking of eyes.
Oh, no.
Michelle can't take hers off Ryan.
She is thirsty as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the lines. It's crazy. They converse a little. She explains that her husband died a little while ago, probably of COVID. The people in this movie strike me as the type of people who had questions about vaccines.
Look, you got to get them out of the way one way or another.
And this was right in the zone. This is 2022. Yep. Michelle is alarmed when Ryan tells her that he doesn't go to the optometrist. And
actually, you're skipping over something very important. She says, when she's talking about her husband, because he says, oh, I met your husband through the parent-teacher conference thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, no, that was my boyfriend. Look, red flag number one. You do not invite your boyfriend to the parent-teacher conference.
Oh. Listener,
wildly inappropriate.
Wait until we get to the boyfriend.
Oh, I've got a lot of comments about him, too.
Mark, I want to knock him out.
But it's like this is the first, you should be like, ding, 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 something's wrong with this lady because she's about to be extremely rude.
Boundaries, not a strong point with her.
Nope.
Yep. So yeah, when I say that she is alarmed that he says, I don't go to the optometrist. She, like, her jaw's on the fucking floor.
Now, look, I am someone who wears glasses and I have worn glasses pretty much my entire life. I don't know if I didn't wear them. I don't know how often I would go to the doctor. The eye doctor. Probably not very often.
Until like my eyesight started to go, I couldn't tell. I don't think I'd ever been. I'd had like an eye test at the doctor and shit for like, like when I was much younger. But like, yeah, like I could. Why the fuck would I go to an optometrist?
And even as someone who wears glasses of his entire life, I still had to be like forced to go to the eye doctor every year.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, doctors. What do they know that you can't find out about on TikTok or your uncle's
YouTube
or your uncle's Facebook's memes?
Yeah. And this is also when she's just like, hey, when is healthcare ever free in America? You should do this now. And I was like, are we just going to breeze past that?
I was going to say, hey, listen, Michelle, you don't need to twist the knife like that.
God damn it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she puts him to the third degree. A typical liberal. And then, that's when she makes the crack about how healthcare in America isn't free.
Yeah, so he finally acquiesces and sits down. It's like, well, great. You've bullied him into getting an eye exam. Also, you can get close to him. Why don't you just slash his tires and offer him a ride home while you're at it?
This is the worst meet cute of all time.
Yeah, because she bullied him. It's not a meet cute if you bully him into it. That's just harassment.
So they sit down at the table and she begins the exam. His eyesight is great. But what's this? She asks him to read off the letters on their eyesight card just below the green line. The green line? His face drops. Now, read the letters above the red line.
He hesitates at this one. Bitch, there are 2 lines on this. You got the first one right already. There's literally only one other option.
Yep. But he does it. And she is impressed with his eyesight.
But also a little disappointed she didn't catch him in his fucking nefarious lies.
I know. This is when she was like, this motherfucker's lying to me. And this is when she is like, I think I'm into that. And she is going to chase him and catch him in his lie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, then she asks him to tell her the color of her shirt. Like, hey.
Being rude.
Yeah.
Now you're just being rude.
Yeah.
And also weird.
Yeah. And then the dude falters, but he gets it right. So I guess that's that. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, and then he's just like, all right, I gotta go. Because I don't like this.
Listen, lady, you seem nice. You're making me nervous.
Right? I would be like, I have to leave this engagement right now because you're making me deeply uncomfortable.
You're taking the B12 right out of me.
I feel as though I'm being accused of something.
Across town at a florist shop, ? Michelle and Bailey drop in to help with make the arrangements there with Heidi, the lady who owns the place.
Yeah, that's what I want. A Christmas bouquet made by a 10-year-old.
And Bailey gets an idea. She can use these flowers in her science project to explain why we see colors. And she'll do some Christmas shit because 'tis the season and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ryan probably won't like all that Christmas stuff, though.
Yeah, because she's like, Mr. Tanner doesn't like Christmas decorations, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm a young white lady who has, through God's providence, been given dominion over the earth, and that includes Mr. Tanner's classroom.
She's so plucky.
I hate her.
He doesn't want any Christmas stuff in his classroom. And Michelle's like, at all? And I'm over here like, I don't know, Michelle, maybe he's Jewish or something. You don't know
Yeah,
this
no
guy.
shit. It's a fucking school. Relax, lady.
Yeah. So Heidi and Michelle the Kiki, she's single again, doesn't like doing the dating app stuff. I mean, who does?
Is Heidi her sister?
It's her sister. It's revealed
Okay.
later on, yeah. She wants to meet someone the old-fashioned way. And then
She's like, I guess I'm just old-fashioned. And I was like, you're not old-fashioned. You're a self-righteous asshole.
And then we learn that her ex, Mark, is all up in her shit trying to get back together with her.
Yeah.
Heidi was glad to see him go. I'm sure Mark fucking sucks.
Yeah. And then she's just like, oh, why did you have to die, Jonathan? I bet he died in order to get away from her. This terrible shrew of a wife.
I know, just like in the height of COVID, he's out there just licking every handrail.
He is. Am I right as an American?
Back at school, Michelle drops in on Ryan's classroom to observe as Bailey gives her presentation. Why we see color. That's a pretty comprehensive explanation of light and color. And she brings out her prop, a little Christmas tree with lights on it, and turns it on. What do you think, Ryan?
He should have just been like, well, it's a cheap, tacky Christmas tree. On with the show, kids.
So he compliments her presentation, but tells her no Christmas decoration in the classroom. When she asks to leave it for the season, Michelle butts in. Why? They argue a bit.
Yeah, because not everyone celebrates Christmas, and you're not a student, so please stop being so fucking rude.
Yeah, oh yeah, also, she is the only parent in the room.
Yeah, she's known this guy for 10 minutes, and she has twice bullied him into doing what she wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, they argue a bit. He offers some weak explanation and then relents. And Michelle leaves, but catches an eyeful of that ass on the way out.
Oh. While you're there, I mean...
High and tight. This guy does deadlifts, does squats.
Oh.
At home, Ryan answers the door and lets his bro Sean in.
Oh, Sean is also the worst.
Sean needs to cut the shit. Listen,
Sean is, you remember that show, How I Met Your Mother?
Sure.
And like the first season, the main character is like obsessed with finding a girlfriend so he can get married. And it's like, I don't know. I realize I'm not a typical man in America for numerous reasons, really. But I don't see a lot of young men being like, I just got to get married. I got to find that right girl. She's got to be real special. Just, you got to get married.
Yep,
Like
no pink hair, no tattoos, no septum piercing.
Yeah, Sean rolls in and he's like, what you got to do? You got to find a girl who reads the Bible. I'm going to set you up with something. It's like, look, stop going out of your way to hook your boy up. It's really gross.
He's there.
And everybody is violating this man's boundaries.
Everybody. Like, I understand why this guy, like, he lives alone. He is isolated, and his existence is just kind of dreary because everybody is up in his shit. Nobody will leave him alone.
This is what leads people to go shoot up a McDonald's. Okay?
Listen, this guy just wants to sit at home, read some books. Maybe,
Black and white.
Listen, maybe watch Hockey Night in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Obviously.
Just leave him alone. Sean, leave him alone. So Sean's there because Ryan is a terminal bachelor, and Sean is his wingman whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, that's the problem with this fucking movie is everybody's like, we're just trying to help you. It's like at no point has he asked for help from anybody. And everyone's just like, yep, but he needs it, so we're going to do it. Listen, I want everybody listening to hear me now and internalize this message. Do not force your wishes upon other people. It is super not cool.
Sean, well, here's the thing is I guarantee Sean is like, what the fuck is the deal with Ryan? Like, is he fucking gay or something?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't have that.
No. So he sets him up with a lady for a date. And boy, she sucks. Here we go. Over at the school, parents and kids are making little gingerbread houses. This school, it's really into Christmas in a really strange way.
Well, it's Hallmark.
Ryan walks in and sits down with Michelle and Bailey, and Michelle brings up the decorations. And
well, yeah, because she's like, "Hey, come sit with us." And you can see he has like a look of panic overtakes him, and he's like, "Oh God, oh God."
He's like, "Oh my God, anybody else? Is Gabby here? Is Gabby here? Basketball."
He cannot find a reason to not do it. No.
So yeah, with some obvious hidden agenda, she asks him to pass the red decorations. And we see the table. I know. We see the table from
This
Ryan.
woman is unbelievable. She immediately starts in with the fucking tricks.
Yeah. We see the table from Ryan's point of view. It's all in black and white. He's colorblind. No wonder he hates Christmas.
And her.
So he manages to hand over the red decorations, though. He's like Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps pushing.
They can hear them.
Yeah, that's right.
They can hear the red in them.
The green ones make a certain sound.
That's right.
She keeps pushing. Hey, why don't you pass the green ones? Because red and green colorblindness is the most common type. Also, this dude has thwarted your plot to expose him several times now, lady. You have to let this go.
And she won't.
No fucking way.
She has to help him.
Because he hands over the green decorations. And then she asks him to hand over the yellow and blue decorations. That's the next common colorblindness. And he spends a lot of time deliberating, and then he hands over the pink and purple decorations. Gotcha!
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope you're proud of yourself.
Well, what now? Realizing the jig is up, he excuses himself, telling her he has a date.
Yeah, she's like, oh, where are you off to? Again, none of your fucking business.
As he leaves, she turns to Bailey. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, kid?
Oh, God, I can't do this.
Across town, Ryan shows up for his date with Debbie. They're seated, and they get down to small talk.
Debbie is a monster.
She's what like every kind of like Oklahoma MAGA person thinks a girl boss is.
Yep. Yeah, there are two types of women in this world. This terrible robot and the awful, disrespectful eye doctor.
So she's impressed when he says that he's a science teacher. But this shallow bitch thinks that he's a professor at a university. And he's like, no. I teach sixth graders.
Mm-hmm.
She is a serial entrepreneur who starts up businesses and then sells them.
She should kill herself.
She's super busy all the time. But biological clock being what it is, she has to make time now to meet. She has to make time now to meet a mate. Her words, not mine.
Yeah, that is the female equivalent of calling a woman a female.
A femoid. Thanks, feminism.
Ugh.
So at home, Michelle looks over a website for some trial for a pair of glasses that'll help colorblind people see color. And in the morning, she drops Bailey off and then talks to Ryan at the door about being colorblind. And he's like, the fuck are you talking about?
Also, read a room, you fucking idiot. He's not interested.
I know, come on. So, hey, why don't you come over to the office so I can do a thorough examination and submit you for the trial? And she's about to fuck off when he calls her back. But here comes the girls' basketball coach, Gabby, who couches her questions about showing her some plays with a lot of flirty bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You want to...
She is also thirsty.
She's way more fucking upfront about it. How about a little one-on-one?
Yeah, but you know what she's not doing? Pressuring him into doing something he doesn't want to do.
Right. So fully cock-blocked, the bell rings. He tells her that he's good. Don't worry about those glasses. He doesn't need any help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it's like, don't say you're sorry. You're going to spend the next hour hounding this poor man.
Yep, she's sorry. Later on, when class is over, he takes the festive Christmas tree decoration and stuffs it in a cupboard in the back of the room.
Nice.
Little agency.
You should have done it in front of that little girl, though.
No, he should have done. Just stuffed it in the fucking garbage, right in
the trash, making hard eye contact,
right in front of it with the whole class watch it, just looking right at you, Bailey.
Yep.
Elsewhere, Ryan talks to Sean about what a disaster that date was. Sean, a real yenta, tries to set him up with another girl.
Nice.
Ryan shuts him down. Unless he finds his soulmate, he's not going to worry about dating. And then he runs into Michelle again. Literally. He says, I'd make a joke about not seeing you, but you'd probably drag me to the ER, and she probably would. She's all up in this guy's shit about his eyesight.
Yeah, but you know what that is? That passive-aggressive comment? That's about what a fucking monster she is.
So she bumps into him with an armful of groceries and questions. Hey, why'd you take down the Christmas tree decoration?
Oh my God, she just has to let this go.
Listen, you gotta let this go. Why is it so goddamn important? Like, I realize it's a fucking Hallmark movie, but like, for fuck's sake.
He's being so like appropriate and honest with her, and she keeps acting like it's really just about the kids and not her fucking pathological need to control other people.
Yeah, and he has been very even-handed. He's just like, listen, like I don't get into Christmas, and I think that it's a little distracting in my science classroom.
Yeah,
reasonable. And she's like, Are you a monster?
I hate her.
I do. So, he has to go, but she gets real sincere for a moment and says, I won't give up on you.
I'm determined to help. I just wish you'd let me.
And he's like, thank you. And I guarantee in this moment, he's like, he gets back on his car. The first thing he does is Google how to get a restraining order.
Right. Where to buy a gun.
Back at Heidi's Flowers, Michelle drops by with some peppermint bark. These people are fucking freaks for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And Heidi's like, did he make a pass at you? And it's like, well, quite the opposite, actually. He is always desperate to get away from you.
He doesn't leave anywhere without looking out for this woman. Maybe she's hiding in the bushes. Who knows?
Yeah.
So she tells Heidi that she ran into Ryan at school, and Heidi remarks that all the moms want to hit that.
Yeah, and I bet the other moms aren't pressuring him to do something he's not interested in doing.
Yeah. Did he make a pass at you, Michelle? Why the fuck would he? She has been nothing but annoying since the movie started.
Yeah. Terrible. I hate this woman.
So Michelle tells her about the color blindness and the trial, but he wants nothing to do with it. Michelle suggests that she wants to put him in for the trial anyway.
But also, she should not be saying any of this.
Oh no,
anyone.
This could be evidence in a court case.
This is protected health information.
Yeah. I hope they don't depose Heidi anytime soon. So Heidi, also a total freak with zero boundaries, wants her to keep needling this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you'll break that ice.
I bet you should just do it. You should violate his wishes anyway.
He will thank you later.
Yep.
With smooches.
Yeah.
So that night, Michelle gets the application ready and calls Ryan. It goes to voicemail because this guy is definitely screening his calls at this point.
And you know when he got that message, his heart just sank.
He saw the number and was like, what the fuck?
This guy can't do this.
Michelle.
Can't do this anymore.
Yeah. In the morning, she drops Bailey off at school and sees Ryan at the door. She's about to approach, but out comes that meddling basketball coach, Gabby, who is just all over Ryan's shit. So she leaves and goes to work.
You know what? It would be a lot more productive for her if she would just take a minute and just reflect on why it's so important for her to obsessively harangue this man. Like, what hole is she trying to fill within herself by forcing him to do this?
There's a husband-shaped hole in her soul.
It's got to help.
Yeah. So at work, Michelle frets until she decides, fuck it, and signs Ryan up.
Not cool. Not even a little bit cool.
Listen, if a doctor called me up and been like, hey, listen, like, I know I've been bugging the shit out of you, but like, listen, I signed you up for this trial. You are now an experiment, and you have no say in this matter. I would immediately be on the phone with a lawyer.
Yeah, I would have to call the police. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't know where to start, but it's where I'd probably go.
And then, yeah, of course. And then the first thing the cops say when they come back to you is be like, did you know that her fucking medical license was revoked, like in 2022?
I would be like, no, because she's not actually my doctor. I talked to her one time because I was just trying to be polite.
They'd be like, yeah. She's had like 1,000 complaints from patients.
Like, this is how Basic Instinct starts. This is how The Hand That Rocks the Cradle starts. You just be nice to one person.
She showed up to a patient's baby shower with a megaphone and just told everybody that she has herpes.
Yeah, that's. Oh my God.
Then later on, she's on her way out. Her receptionist tells her that her ex Mark called. And this guy sounds about as normal as Michelle does. I suppose we're going to meet him and hate him eventually.
Yes, immediately, yeah.
Mark texts her a thirsty message accompanied by a picture of the two of them together at the best Christmas of his life, he says.
Ugh,
Everybody in this movie is fucking insane.
Yes. Yep.
Muttered,
and not in a charming way. Sometimes they're charming, not this time. You know, if they all were banding together to run a local inn, sure. Not that they're in this one. They're just like, we're gonna all bully the fucking local science teacher.
This is a documented case of gang stalking. Like, the entire fucking town is getting into it. She mutters to herself, "Just leave me alone." How would that feel?
Again, she no self-awareness. None.
Now you know how he feels. And then out of nowhere, here comes Mark the stalker. He wants to grab coffee. And he has a proposal to talk about.
Now, Mark the stalker, he looks like the kind of guy whose cancer is in remission and smells like stale cigarette smoke all the time.
This guy, yes. I have seen this guy at many an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting.
Yeah, he has a look about him.
Like he's just coming in. He's put 30 days together. He's getting his life back together, you know.
His hands are still a little shaky. I get it.
Smokes a lot, so his fingers are brown.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is all probably what it sounds like. Michelle has no time. She has to get her daughter from school. Legit. And Mark is disappointed that she keeps ducking him. And he says, it's not fair that you're ignoring me. But, like, yeah, it is, dude. You guys broke up.
They broke up. You don't actually have a relationship anymore. What he's doing is also potentially against the law. It's encroaching on against the law territory.
It's going to get worse. That night,
and weirder.
Oh, God, he is a freak. Everybody's a freak in this movie. You know what? Except for Ryan.
He just wants to teach science to fucking 10-year-olds.
And read books.
Yeah, he doesn't care. So he sees the world in black and white. It's fine. Whatever, bitch.
So that night, Bailey and Mom reminisce about her father. Of course, it's a Christmas memory. Bailey has one big Christmas wish that she can't tell her mom about. And if Santa...
she says, tell me something about how wonderful your dad was. And I wrote, I sustained myself on your sweet, salty tears.
Yeah, and what she does is she sets us up for the ending.
Mm-hmm.
So if she says, if Santa can make it happen, she won't need any other gifts that year.
Fucking liar.
Yeah, no, what the fuck? She definitely...
Yeah, I bet that's all you want 100%. Is this fucking thing.
She absolutely... If she doesn't get a PlayStation 5, she's going to be so mad.
Yeah, the way this movie should have ended with the two of them getting together and she'd be like, "That you said that was all you wanted, so I didn't get you anything else. That's what you said."
So at school, Ryan gets a call from Michelle. She delivers some exciting news.
Yeah, she says, it's exciting news. And I was like, lady, that is not exciting. That is a huge violation and potentially illegal.
Yes, he is in the trial. Is this supposed to be cute holiday rom-com? Because this guy couldn't possibly be more annoyed. At this
Yeah, she's like, I don't mean to pressure you into doing something you don't want to do. And it's like, that is all you've done since you came on the screen the first time. Why are you gaslighting us?
I know. Oh, fuck. There are going to be scenes like where he walks outside of his house and like the camera ominous. If this were a Lifetime movie, the camera would ominously pan over to a car across the street where she's just sitting with both hands on the wheels, watching him get into his car.
Or he'd be driving home late at night and you'd see him behind the wheel and there's a truck coming the direction and he just slowly drifts into the other lane before he changes his mind and steers out of the way.
Yeah, you're just driving at night, and then all of a sudden there's just a pair of headlights in the rear view.
Oh.
So Ryan looks at the cover of Bailey's colorful presentation, seeing it in black and white, and decides whatever he's in. If this just gets this lady off my back.
You're encouraging her and her fucking terrible savior complex.
So he goes over to the eyeglass shop, and it turns out that this has been Ryan's big secret. His whole life spent never addressing it. For all of Michelle's crazy bullshit, Ryan, also a bit of a nightmare. You have to learn to be vulnerable, my dude.
Well, he's just my parents were always really busy and they didn't have time. I'm like, boo-hoo!
So he kept this inside because he thought that something was wrong with him and he was ashamed of being colorblind.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are people who were like, it's weird. I wish I could see color. I don't know. I know a dude who's colorblind doesn't seem to bother him.
I mean, I guess you don't know any better. What?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, he did take this eye exam that she's about to administer once, a few years ago. And then he says, but that was classified.
Okay.
I thought that this was gonna
nope,
go somewhere.
Nope.
I'm an idiot. So the test doesn't go well. He gets frustrated. He's tried everything in the past and nothing works. So he fucks off back to school.
Yeah, and she's like, I don't want to rush my patients. Bitch, that is all you do. What is wrong with you?
She's got way different standards for rushing than we do.
Oh.
Yeah. So back at home, Michelle...
He just wants to enjoy Christmas. Why is this happening?
Back at home, Michelle shows Bailey the glasses that regrettably won't be worn. It's
this is first she's lost in thought, just gazing out at that beautiful Vancouver skyline.
Yeah. This is like that story, for sale, baby shoes never worn.
That's dark.
Out on the mean streets of Vancouver, Ryan sadly walks by the eyeglass shop, looking in, unable to see the grand colors of all the Christmas decorations. Because yes, the fucking eyeglass shop is crammed with Christmas shit.
So they film all of these, most of these movies are all filmed in this one town in British Columbia somewhere.
Yeah.
It's in the middle, it's sort of up near the mountains, I think. And you'll recognize it every single time because it is very distinct.
You're in a movie 2 years from the last time you saw it, and you're like, yeah, I remember the eyeglass shop. I remember that school.
Oh, the house that they live in? That's the house that they use in the Christmas Babysitter movie with Jonathan Bennett and the gay neighbor. There's two of them. I think it's called The Christmas Sitter or something like that. Okay. It's a pretty good one. The second one's just okay.
So Bailey and Michelle get ready to go to school, and Bailey, that scamp, that rapscallion, sneaks the glasses into her bag.
This is what she is teaching her daughter.
Yeah. Terrible.
Force yourself on people, even if a man was doing this to a woman.
Like the IMDb
much
review
like
said.
the IMDb user said.
So when the day is over and Ryan dismisses the kids, he finds the glasses on his desk in a nice little box with a note from Bailey persuading him to try them on.
And she's like, I'm just a little bit pushy. Hee hee. It's no, Bailey, you're incredibly disrespectful. It's not cute or quirky. It's just deeply and incredibly rude.
I would imagine that Hallmark kids are like this. They're all a little precocious.
Oh yeah, they are the ones. They are the prime meddlers. When you see them,
it's really
prime meddling.
Like they took a note from The Parent Trap.
Oh yeah,
we got to
100%.
We got to scheme and push these people together.
Yep. Otherwise, it won't happen. Because God forbid they have any control over their own lives.
Michelle picks up Bailey and sees Ryan with the box through a window. He steps into a hallway malevolently crammed with Christmas decorations. I mean, Like,
it is aggressive.
It's like the first year that Melania did Christmas at the White House, and it looked like a fucking Dario Argento movie.
It really, it is a full-on fire trap in that hallway.
I mean, like, so many goddamn decorations. I can't quite figure out how you're supposed to walk through there. He closes his eyes. He puts them on. The soundtrack swells. There's that jingling sound effect to indicate that Christmas magic is afoot, and his
a little bit.
And his vision miraculously turns to color.
Now, I do have to say, it must be a complete mindfuck the first time you see something like that.
Oh yeah, I would imagine it's like those videos they used to show of like kids getting cochlear implants and like hearing their mom's voice for the first time.
It also must sound like it must be, with regard to that, it must be like overwhelmingly loud because you've never heard anything or very, very little. In this case, it's probably just like a whole full shock to the senses.
Just like you're having,
imagine how dizzy you must get.
You're having an
nauseous.
acid trip like immediately.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure. Like I imagine it's also quite beautiful, but.
So Michelle comes in time to witness the magic. She's on the edge of tears. When I saw that, I was like, oh, she is a fractured individual.
Yeah, full broken.
He's speechless at the beauty of all this gaudy decor. And then they joyously...
Still doesn't justify any of this.
They joyously march off to see more color. So, Michelle takes him to church.
Fucking weird place to go on a date.
Because she's like, listen, I got to take you somewhere else. I want to show you something else. And I was like, don't take him to church. Don't take him to church. Don't take him to church. And they stroll into a church.
If that happened to me, I would be like, ooh, I have to go now forever. Please do not call me.
Yep. Takes him to a church where he is overcome by the grandeur of Christmas in the home of the one true religion.
That's true.
It's actually some kind of charity.
The King of Kings, they say.
The greatest story ever told. Yep. It's actually some kind of charity drive put on by Heidi, who we find out is Michelle's sister.
Oh, she is just insufferable.
God, you can see, like, it runs in the family. Like, their mother must have done this shit, too.
What, had a personality disorder?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is usually where they come from.
Together, they wrap presents at the charity thing to a jaunty guitar riff of Jingle Bells to indicate that they're just letting it all hang out, having fun.
I fucking hate this whole family.
He asks a bunch of real fucking weird questions like, what color is the sky? What color is this? What color is the ocean?
Yeah, it's like, man, you must know this stuff. Like, yeah, you don't know what that actually looks like,
dog,
but you know what the word is.
It's like, bitch, you read books, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you have participated in society for, I'm going to guess, 30-something years at least.
Oh, so now they dip to go see one last thing, and it turns out to be the sky as the sun is setting. He is immeasurably moved by what he's been missing his whole life, and Michelle holds his hand.
Now look, it's cute and all, whatever, but like, what happens the next time they disagree on something? Is she just gonna bully him endlessly until he gives in then, too? Like, what is the message of this movie? It's terrible.
It's listen, if you just push and push and push, you can win a man. You can win his heart.
That's true.
He'll
it's different, you know, they're different.
He'll give you his heart eventually, just to get you to stop being a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. It's like, I've been waiting forever, and then suddenly someone came along and they ignored everything I said to them because the thing they wanted was more important than my boundaries and my autonomy and my medical privacy.
They walk and talk. Hey.
Oh, is this why he's just like, why is Christmas colors red and green? And she gives this weird ass like explanation, and I was like, this is definitely not why Christmas colors
She's
are
like,
red
yeah,
and
because
green.
Santa Claus's suit is red and Christmas trees are green. And it's like, Hallmark, this is like your whole personality. Like, you got a better answer than that.
Yeah, stop wiping out other people's cultures.
And then he asks, what does mistletoe have to do with any of this shit?
Get the fuck out of here.
You look, I know.
Surely he's learned some of these.
They're setting us up for the big fucking kiss at the end. But like, this man is maybe 40 years old. He knows what mistletoe is. Again, he's read books.
Look, if he was like Afghani. And he had just arrived, and he had, I don't know, never turned on a television.
Like, if
or
he was
something.
from another planet, I'd understand this.
Like,
if he were
fine,
if he were
okay.
if he were Balky Bartakamos.
Yeah, exactly. It's plausible only then.
And she is shocked that he's never heard of mistletoe, and it's like, all right.
So am I.
It's like, all right, Hallmark Channel writers, he's colorblind, not locked away in some Turkish prison for his entire life.
Jesus.
By the end of this movie, I bet he's going to be a real Christmas maniac.
What? No. What makes you think that?
So they go to watch the first Christmas tree lighting of his new life.
And it's the saddest. It's like they're in a strip mall.
Oh, I love it. I love it because the mayor gives this speech, and he's just like, "Thank you so much for being here with me today. It just means so much to."
And they're like, "We love you, mayor."
I was like, nobody
like,
feels that way about the fucking mayor. I don't even know who the mayor of my town is.
I'd yell that. I bet people yell that out to Zoran Mamdani.
Oh, I'm sure. Because he's
awesome. It's because it's hot, though.
He's always harbored this resentment toward Christmas because of his regrettable affliction.
His disability.
The mayor gives a passionate speech about the true meaning of Christmas, and then they light it up. So this is Christmas, the most colorful time of the year.
They said the title. This is great. And then she's like, I'm just helping Mr. Tanner adjust to his new life with the glasses. And I was like, his new life? What is this?
I know.
He can walk.
She put the glasses on, and they're like, listen, he's 2 days cancer free. This is going to be an adjustment.
God, he's found the Lord.
So Bailey and Mom talk about their date, but oh, Bailey, you fool. That was not a date.
No.
Michelle couldn't date her teacher because it wouldn't be appropriate. But so now we have boundaries. No, it turns out
doesn't want the neighbors to talk.
So after Christmas, hey, Mom, he's not going to be my teacher anymore. There's a new semester. I got a whole new science teacher. You are clear to get all up in that shit.
Yeah. Oh, God. The worst.
So Michelle and Ryan go to Heidi's flower shop, where they have idiotic banter about the color of roses and violets.
Yeah. And I was just like, after all this fuckery, her sister's gonna cock block her with like some weird pedantic nonsense. I hate this family so much.
Yeah, they sit at a little tiny table and enjoy some hot chocolate. The conversation turns to how he could never smell flowers.
Nope, not how it works. Not at all.
Because of the colorblindness. Now, I stopped the movie and went on a good 30-minute Google sesh to find out if that's a thing. It's not. No.
Of course it's not.
I don't know. I was like, maybe senses are weird, but nope, they just made that shit up.
No,
because apparently this movie wasn't crazy enough. They had to cram some bullshit into the loose ends.
I was hoping that at this point, because he is about to go fully off the deep end with his love of Christmas and his love of color, and I was like, I sincerely hope that this movie ends like that episode of The Twilight Zone, Time Enough at Last.
Where he breaks the glasses.
Mm-hmm. It was time now.
So things are turning romantic. But then Ryan gets a phone call from the basketball coach who pulls him away. Girl is shook.
Now, the misunderstanding come to rear its ugly head. You have to understand the key to every single one of these movies is the misunderstanding.
Okay.
It is the core. It is the glue that holds this together.
It is it is the core. It is the nucleus of every romantic comedy.
Because about 2 years ago, maybe, they started to do away with the misunderstanding. It's like, well, now you have a movie that is a romantic film with no tension at all. It's like, so I basically just watch like 2 weeks of these people's lives, and then what?
Yeah. They gotta, you gotta have it. It's cute. It's cute. People love it. It's fucking cute.
Yeah. Narrative requires tension usually.
Yeah. Also, I am surprised that at this point, Michelle isn't also stalking Gabby. Like, isn't like out there plotting her demise?
She like poisons her dog
or like
something.
that, or like she like fucking cuts the brake lines or something like that.
That's right. I won't be ignored, Dan.
So Ryan walks up in the gym, ready for some basketball, and he marvels at all the colors of the gym.
But now, to be fair, though, I mean, Michelle hasn't really expressed her romantic interest. Like, hey, again, everybody, these movies, one of the things they traffic in is a lot of fantasy. And one of those fantasies is that the other person will just simply know what it is that you want. And all of this stuff will just...
You don't have to do the work.
Right. All this stuff will just happen organically. And why is that important? Because that means you never actually have to risk anything. By saying, hey, I'm interested in you romantically and or sexually. And so it just has to happen magically. And so it's like, well, yeah. First of all, he's not really interested in the basketball coach because she's the basketball coach, if you know what I mean.
She's probably played a lot of softball, maybe some field hockey.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, Michelle, you got to step up and just be like, hey, you want to go on an actual date? Because that's what adults have to do. See, when people are like, I don't want to have to meet someone online. I think what they really mean is, I just want things to happen magically and wonderfully. It's like, no, if you want to go on a date with someone, you have to find people who are actively looking to be dated, and you have to tell them that that's what you're interested in.
So, yeah.
In that order. Yeah. You have to do it in that order.
Preferably. Gabby, the basketball coach, wants to take him to dinner as a thank you for helping the team so much. They're playing like all-stars, and I'm not convinced of that.
They're 10 years old.
We can see them playing basketball.
They can't do anything.
My dude agrees. So similarly, Michelle is interrupted at home by her stalker, Mark. She reluctantly agrees to talk to him, and he just wants to sneak back into her life and come to Bailey's Christmas concert.
I hope he kidnaps her. He's like, look, we were together for almost a year. And I was like, a year? That is no time at all. This man is dangerous.
He says, doesn't that mean anything?
No,
like,
bitch.
She is absolutely going to wake up tied to a chair inside of a human cage in this man's basement, in a dungeon behind a false wall in his basement. I've seen Lifetime movies.
He's the kind of guy that knows where to get one of those giant padlocks. You know, the one with like the old-timey key? Can't be picked.
Yeah, he's got like a whole escape room set.
Yeah.
So at school, Ryan is getting carried away with Christmas. His classroom is choked with decorations.
He is all but dressed like Santa Claus.
I am surprised that they didn't go there. I wonder if somebody was like, maybe we should put him in a Santa costume at the end. And somebody at the studio was like, no. Listen, I don't know if you guys are watching your dailies, but this movie is out of control.
I'm genuinely surprised they didn't. Santa Claus figures pretty prominently come holiday season.
Yeah. So, he's a new man. And that night, they all get ready for the Christmas concert. They're just so excited. Michelle goes to get seated and spots Ryan and Gabby through a window. Gabby kisses his cheek, and the Christmas cheer just drains right out of her. Gabby's fate is definitely sealed.
Well, she also showed up with her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
What kind of weird mixed messages are you sending your 10-year-old daughter when you show up with fucking New Daddy Merit Light 100s who's back in your life, but only for one night?
Oh, yeah, but also when Bailey sees Mark, she's like, fuck this guy.
Dad, you invited him. Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
So then along comes Mark to pick up the pieces. This fucking guy rolling up at her lowest moment in the movie. And then Ryan walks in as they're sitting down, just looking all defeated.
Mm-hmm.
The kids sing Jingle Bells a cappella.
It is hard.
A cappella no less. And this is after.
Why is there no music?
This is after we have been set up a little bit. Why? Because they would have had to pay a license for the backing track.
That's true. I don't like children singing at all. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but I hate it.
This was terrible. This was particularly terrible. Also because throughout the movie, they've been kind of building us up to this moment where they're like, you've been practicing, you're going to do good. And she's like, I know all the words by heart, but they don't tell you what the song is. And then they sing Jingle Bells. And I was like, kid, everybody fucking knows Jingle Bells.
Yeah, if this were Mariah Carey, fine.
Yeah.
I would get it. You'd need to learn the
and
song.
She did those vocal runs. I'd be fucking impressive. Bailey'd be all right with me, but Jesus Christ.
If I were Ryan, I would destroy those glasses and swear off Christmas forever.
Just walk over there and stomp on them right in front of Michelle.
And then her daughter's just like, Mom, why is he here? And she goes, I'll explain later. And it's like, no, you shouldn't be explaining any of this to your child. Your job is to protect her from the messy complications of adulthood.
Yeah, listen, hey, this is about to get so much fucking worse because she introduces Mark to Ryan and the tension is immediate. It is the most toxic of toxic masculinity.
And Mark says, well, I work in the stock market. And I was like, what is that? Yeah. And then his next question
you know what that means is he is 100% committed fucking finance fraud with Bitcoin or something.
Yeah. He was like, if you don't mind my asking, how much does the job pay? Like, that is a completely insane question to ask anybody you have just met. It's an insane question to ask anybody, period.
I know. It's like he's like trying to like slap him in the face with a white glove or something like that.
Why is everybody just like intruding on this man ceaselessly?
I know. And I guess, I mean, Jesus Christ, we can just see why Michelle broke up with Mark, because that dude can suck it.
Yeah, and then Ryan has like this eye-rollingly, disgustingly sanctimonious answer about how he loves teaching children.
It is a noble call to education, so suck my dick, Mark, and Merry Christmas, Michelle.
And then he's out, and I was just like, Merry Christmas, Michelle, enjoy your fucking gross loser.
And then she's like, what the fuck, Mark, and sends him packing.
Well, you shouldn't have invited him.
Nope, you open that fucking door. Later on at the eyeglass shop, Michelle watches the video of Ryan seeing Christmas trees for the first time. And then
it's awkward.
Pretty sappy. Over at school, Ryan is grading papers, and he gets all misty-eyed about seeing color again.
Because he is just fucking balls deep in Christmas at this point. He cannot get enough of this shit.
Full commitment to Christmas.
Yeah.
Then he gets this look on his face and gets up suddenly. I guess this is the go-to-her moment in the rom-com. So... Ryan pops into the flower shop to order a bouquet for his mom, and then he also wants one for Michelle, and is under some impression that she's back with Mark, and thankfully Heidi is there to come correct and said...
That's right, it's a double misunderstanding.
Yeah, they are Splitsville, permanently. But what about you, dog, and that basketball coach? Aren't y'all tight?
Oh, you fool.
Yeah, and he says he had to set her straight, too, because she thought there was something there. So Heidi's like, oh, thank God for this shit. We can just get this over with. Heidi tells him that Michelle was really into him, and now he has to go to the eyeglass shop. So he calls up Sean with a plan. Now, over at the eyeglass shop, Michelle's secretary tells her that she has an important walk-in patient. And it's all a ruse, of course, a cunning attempt to trick her, because when she goes out there, there's this fairly understated flower arrangement. And then Ryan comes out of hiding to explain that he was caught up in all the misunderstandings and that she's the girl for him. And then he asks her out on a real date.
Thank fucking God. Someone finally acts like an adult.
Though, listen, guy, do you really want this?
At this point, you're walking straight into this. This is on you. Anything that happens from now on. I guess the fucking color trap worked.
I know, he's walking backwards into hell.
Yeah.
He takes her to his place for a surprise, but not that kind of surprise.
Oh, no.
Not in a Hallmark movie, you perverts. Inside his place, he has her uncover her eyes, and she finds a place decorated for Christmas to the nines. And then they decorate the Christmas tree together. And when they're done, he produces some mistletoe, that dog.
Oh, I hate this.
I know. And then they kiss as the soft piano of love theme from the most colorful time of year swells.
Most colorful time.
Now she invites him to come over for Christmas morning.
Now, wow, I was like, is she inviting him to sleep over?
That's what I thought. But no. Christmas morning. You just come over.
I'm not going to judge.
Hey, listen, get it. So now we cut to a Bublé Christmas song as Bailey wakes up on Christmas. Michael Bublé must make all of his fucking money through Hallmark movies.
Yes. Well, or like a Starbucks counter sales of CDs at Christmas.
Remember whenever we would have the Christmas display up at Christmas at the record store? It was always like Bublé and Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Can you think of any more?
No.
Britney Spears.
Mariah Carey.
I think Dwight Yoakam has about 7 Christmas albums.
Yeah.
Guy likes Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. You mean to tell me that whole orchestra is trans?
That'd be nice. Happy trans visibility.
On this day of trans visibility. Mm-hmm. So, Bailey wakes up on Christmas morning, finding her mom and Ryan out on the porch just watching the snow come down.
Yeah, she got her wish after all. All she wanted for Christmas was for her mom to get fucked by her science teacher. It's every little girl's dream.
Ryan takes his coat off and puts it on Michelle, which is something her dead husband did that Bailey remembered fondly.
Oh, you could just bring your own, but fine.
It was a great Christmas. Bailey got everything she wanted, including her big Christmas wish that Michelle would find someone who treats her as good as her dad did. And then Ryan comes in with a tray of hot cocoa, like
a round of fondue for everyone.
Likely ordered from the Williams-Sonoma Christmas catalog, because this movie is definitely the sort of thing that doesn't recoil in horror at that thing. And they take a sip and say, "Merry Christmas." Fade to black, roll credits.
Well, there you have it, everybody. The most colorful time of the year.
April Fool's Day, the most colorful time of the year.
That's right. The best time to celebrate Christmas.
Yep. Now, I would be surprised. I'm going to go, I guarantee, once this is up for a couple of days, I'm going to look at all the fucking metrics on this episode, and I guarantee everybody is going to fucking tune out after we roll the trailer.
What?
I know.
These are great.
To those people, you missed a joke. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I laughed. It's like it's like a little laughing in the dark episode, but it's just us.
Yep.
This movie was fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is a bit of an outlier. They're usually a little more coherent and a little less abhorrent.
I wonder how many movies, there's got to be others that are also just completely out of touch and insane like this one.
There are others, there's a great one where this woman she's gets her picture taken for a local magazine in San Francisco or something, and then all of a sudden, just because she's on the fucking cover of this local magazine, she becomes the most famous woman in the world. It's a lot of that weird shit.
Okay.
Weird fantasy, but it's not as bizarrely toxic as this. There is usually some toxic messages threaded through.
Because I would say this is so particular. This shit is so calculated to be as middle of the road as possible, that it appeals to. It appeals to sort of a heteronormativity that I think under most circumstances is pretty fucking problematic.
Yeah, this one is particularly egregious in that. There is a lot of you need to find a man to be happy. There's a lot of that bullshit.
I would imagine that
this is really aggressive.
A lot of them is what a woman really wants is just a man for the holidays.
Yes. Yep. Why can't I just meet someone magically?
Yeah.
But this one's pretty aggressive in its toxic messaging.
It's so
just harass him until he finally caves.
Yeah, and everybody's just so normal about that. Of course, that's how you get a guy.
And nobody at no time is anyone just hey, Michelle, fuck, reel it in, bitch.
Maybe
take 20% off.
Listen,
come on.
That's the Hallmark movie parody that somebody needs to make is two people just acting completely insane and everybody around them pointing out that they're being completely insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're still with us, I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about the joke. We'll see you on Monday with curtains.
Yeah, Canada.